Good afternoon, everybody. This is John Carlo here. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. I'm going to be giving it a couple more minutes to let everybody funnel in that needs to be here, and then we can get started. Today, we'll just be going over the general settings of EPX. So let's just give it like a minute or two before we get started. Thank you. Looks like everybody's here that wanted to be here, so let's just get started. Derivative trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Past performance is not indicative of future results. On today's agenda, we'll be going through an intro to EdgeProX, an intro to EdgeClear, and then I will be going over an overview of the general settings within EdgeProX. And then at the end, we can do a Q&A for the audience to ask me questions about EdgeProX. It can be about anything at that point. So have some questions prepared if you've been having some trouble with something. So what is EdgeProX? EdgeProX is an all-in-one solution for active traders with MBO capabilities, volume profile and TPOs, native order flow tools, fully functional with 300 plus studies and indicators, indicator layering, native to Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Runs on Rhythmic, CQG, or IQ feed. All these are available for the low price of $34.99 per month. What does EdgeProX offer? It offers a heat map, volume imprint, volume profile, TPO and market profiling, advanced DOM, simulated trading, replay mode, cross-instrument trading, cloud levels, Edge Pro line, OHLC lines, time and sales, and then again, the 300 plus studies and indicators. What is EdgeClear? EdgeClear is an independent futures brokerage. We're created by traders for traders. We have an award-winning team, multiple clearing relationships with Dorman, Phillip Capital, and Ironbeam. We have an experienced team and founder of Futures Trader 71. We're continuously innovating and building. We're trader inspired. Going through, we'll just get started with this. So a lot to cover here. I'm just going to dive right into the general overview of the settings. So the first thing that I wanted to go over is the emails. So I wanted to go and show everybody how to configure their email within this so that if an alert goes off, you can send yourself an email and then you don't have to be staring at the computer the whole day. So what this is once you select allow outgoing email, you'll see SMTP server. What this is just a simple mail transfer protocol. What this is it's an internet standard communication protocol for sending emails. Filling this in can simply be found on Google. I use Gmail, so I just Googled the SMTP server for this specific for my specific domain. It works just for about anything, Outlook, Gmail, etc. This should already be filled out. If it's not, you can Google this as well, but I believe this will automatically fill itself in once you complete the SMTP server. Then you have your username and password. The username and password for this specific preference settings is just the username and password you use to log into your email address. Then you have your from email and to email. Obviously, the from is where you would like the email to come from, and the to is what email you'd like to receive it at. These do have to be separate. It can't be the same email. You can't send from the same email and receive it from the same email. For some reason, EdgeProX does not have that capability. But once this information is all completed, you can send yourself a test email to make sure it works. And then once that comes to your inbox, you'll just hit apply and OK. And then you'll be ready to go to get email alerts for whatever configuration you have within the platform. So that's one cool feature that I like to show. And in the nature of showing email alerts, I wanted to be sure that I showed how to set up price alerts. There's two ways to set price alerts. One way would be clicking and adding in the price alerts column and then adding it down here at the bottom. So the way I did that was just clicking here. I just clicked and dragged that down here. And now you'll see that it just adds in this layer at the bottom, which then the way you add actual price alerts is by selecting the create alert button over here. The way this works for now, so I'll go through all the different ways you can set all the different settings within this. So you obviously are looking for a symbol to put this on, so we'll just start out with the @RTY symbol that I'm using. You'll see now it loads up. You get your bid and ask. It's moving. We see we have data. Cool. Condition. What is this? This is the condition at which the alert is going to trigger at. So you can set this to whatever you'd like it to be. I'm just going to say, I'm just going to leave it as what it is. It was just for this example. You can trigger multiple times. So if it crosses above or below it, it will then trigger this alert multiple times rather than just sending you the email or sending you the alert on your computer and going away. Well, we'll leave this off. The label, what I'll put here is by RTY. This is just what the label does is this is just the name of the specific alert. The comments, this is just, you can just say something along the lines of go long. Cool. Now, what this does and where you'll see this appear is in the comment section. This will only appear in the comment section. You'll also see these alerts appear on the chart. You won't see this information appear on the chart though. Down here you have the notification. This is the way you're going to be receiving the alerts. When it says show alert, this is when the alert's triggered. It will show a message on your screen letting you know that you obviously had your alert had gotten triggered. Play sound. This will play a sound when your alert is triggered. And then the sound file is going to, you can put in your own audio files to be able to have a customized settings for buy, sells, and all those different types of things. And now that you have your email set up, you can actually put in, you can send yourself an email when this is triggered. So you have here, these are the different notifications that you can receive. And so before I continue forward, there is more to this. So if you want the alert to be triggered in a different time zone, you can uncheck this and change the time zone. I'm going to leave it to default because I'm located in Chicago, and I would want the alert to trigger in Chicago time. If you want an expiration for the specific alert, that's what this setting is for. Setting and an expiration, so that it would essentially go through and it'll only, if it doesn't execute within the given parameter, it'll delete itself, or at least it should. And then if you wanted to have alerts for different sessions, so if you want to enable the alert for a specific session, either extended trading hours or regular trading hours, you can have these here for this, but we'll leave those off. The display, this is going to align the alert in either the alert label, either in the left, middle, or the right. I like to leave it in the right so that I can see it by the price axes. You'll have the color, so you can change the color of the alert. I'll put it green since we're going to be buying. Show cancel button, show label, and show line. So the cancel button, once I hit OK, there's going to be an alert that appears here, and in the below column, you'll see a cancel button that'll allow you to cancel the alert. If you don't want that button, that's what this is for. The show label, that will basically show the label on the chart. So you'll see like a little green label that's going to show where to go long or whatever you are looking to do with this specific alert. And then show line is just going to show a line across your chart, which you'll see right now. So I'm going to hit OK for now, just to show you what this looks like. So cool, we have our line. This is where I'm looking to go long for whatever reason, and you'll see here, this also appears here. So I have my comments go long, the name, price crosses 1897, and then we have, like I showed you here, the cancel button. So I'm going to hit cancel, and now the alert goes away. So getting back to that though, I wanted to show one last section, which I think is pretty interesting, is upon the alert executing, you can actually have it automatically execute a trade for you. So when I have my at RTY, cool, we have all this information here. Now I can actually have it close an open position, place the trade on the alert being activated. I can actually have it go longer, short, depending on what I'm looking to do in this specific account. So what you can do is you can have it, oops, I don't know why it keeps doing that, but you can have it go long for you automatically. That's what this feature here is for. So if you wanted to buy on the trade executing, you can have that configured here. So you have close, open positions. So you'll select the specific account that you want to execute it in, going long or short. Again, the account that you want to execute in, the quantity or the size of the trade, the type of order. So the market order, there's limits, stops, etc. in here. Do you want it to expire, good to cancel, or day? I recommend that if you're going to have the order expiring, having the alert and order expiring at the same time. So if you have a day order, having the alert expire at the end of the day, so there's no floating limit orders anywhere on your charts. You have limit, stop, and trail at the bottom. These are calculated in ticks, and this can be so that when the alert's executed, it should put in targets and stops depending on what you have available or whatever you have checked in this specific example. So let's do like RTY M2, and for some reason it's not letting me do anything here. It might be because I'm already in a trade. Yeah, so it appears that I'm already in a trade, so we'll just leave it be. But that is what this setting is for. Continuing through this walkthrough, you can actually, I get asked this a lot, and I figured I would just mention it now. You can put these charts on multiple different screens. So you would just break this away, and if I wanted to have this be separate, I would just take this and put it on another screen, and it'll create the chart on another screen for me. Another way you can do that is actually clicking this button over here in the corner, and now you have a free floating window that you can just put on wherever you would like it to be. You guys can't see my other monitors, so I won't put it over there, but this is another way you can break away and use multiple monitors with EdgeProX. A secondary question that I get asked a lot is, can EdgeProX be used on multiple computers? The answer is it can, but you do have to pay extra for that. You don't have to pay for 2 license keys as far as I'm aware, but you do need to pay for multiple data fees in order to get the platform running. So that's the the first half of this. The second half I wanted to go over was the replay mode, which you can see at the bottom here. So at the bottom, we have replay mode. What this does is this will, depending on the time you set on your chart. So right now we have 4/26/22, 9:30. This will replay back to this time and date. Going through the different settings on this, we have the power button. Turning this will activate replay mode. After you activate replay mode, you have the rewind button. This will restart the replay mode from the beginning of the session that you have configured here. We have the play button, which this will step forward in time by 1 tick. The forward button, this will play ticks until the next bar is reached. Then you have the fast forward button. This will play ticks continuously. Then you obviously have the stop button. This stops playing the ticks. This is only active if the forward or fast forward buttons have been clicked. Then, like I said, the start time and end time here. So this is just the start time when you want it to start at. Let's go to the settings on this so you can see what is available in here. Source data, this is the options for source data. So this is essentially where you want the data to be sourced from. You have bar data. Each bar is used to generate 4 ticks, open, high, low, and close. You have the minute data. This is minute data, which will be loaded from the data service to generate ticks. Tick data, if your broker or data service, which obviously would be EdgeClear, provides historical tick data, then this can be used. Continuing down, we have step until price change. The step until price change, if this is enabled, will keep playing ticks until the price changes when pressing the play button. The real delay, what this does, if this option is checked, EdgeProX will simulate the delay between ticks by using the tick timestamps. Use this if you would like to simulate the actual playback of ticks in real time. Speed factor. What this does, the speed factor applies to real delay option above. So this allows you to speed up the playback of ticks in real time. The tick delay, what this does is this is a delay to add between the play of each tick. Bar delay, obviously this is similar to the tick delay. This is the delay to wait between the playback of each bar. And then you have replay link. The replay link, use this option when you want to link replay mode across multiple charts. Migrating over to the other side, what you'll see here is the replay mode account. This is the account ID. What this is the name of the account ID that will track the trade. So I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware that the replay mode is a separate account relative to the simulated and live account. So this is going to be a completely separate account that will track these trades. Base currency is so you have the base currency. You can put this in your specific currency depending on where you're located. Cash balance, obviously, this is the amount of money you want to put in the account, and then the include commissions will include the commissions you have within here. And I'll show you how to set the commissions in a second here. So why don't we just do that right now? I'll show you how to set commissions on your specific products. So if you go to configure and commissions, you'll see here that you have the commissions. What this does is this sets a global commission on all products. I personally wouldn't recommend doing that unless you only trade one product or only trade one set of products. So mini products, for example, or mini indices products are going to have all the same commissions. While if you're trading minis and micros, I wouldn't recommend doing it this way. So you'll be setting the unit cost here. So if let's pull up a DOM, and if I just buy to market, sell to market, I might have to change it. So accounts, and let's go to here. I believe it's in one of these here. So trades, here we go, commissions. So what you need to do is divide that number by 2. So if I go here, let's do this real quickly. So if my rates are 468 or round turn, what you need to put it at is 234. So if you go back, you need to have your base be 234. So this is per contract. So then when you buy and sell, it'll be 1 round turn, which will be 468 for my specific commissions. So that's how you would set a global commission. If you wanted to set a an instrument commission per product, you can do this by going to configure, and then you would go to instruments, and then let's say micro ES. Double click on the product that you want to add the commissions for. Obviously head to commissions and then change the use default commissions, and then you'll set it to, let's just use the 0.62. Let's use that as an example. You'll have unit size as 1. I don't know if I mentioned that prior, but make sure the unit size is only 1. Select OK, and then go here, and we can go back and I can show you this and see if this has worked. It's worked, so it does. Cool. So we'll buy, sell, and then let's go to account, and you'll see my commissions here. So that is how you set the commissions on your instruments, and as well as a global commission on your charts. Wanted to be sure I also showed you this. So if you are on the RTY, let's say, and you have cumulative delta and you add in a handful of other indicators, here, let's do this one, and let's add in this. So you have these, you add on your indicators to your chart, and you're looking to transfer this to the M2K, which is the micro product for the Russell. The best way to do that, in my opinion, would be to go to File, Chart, Template, Save As Template, and then what you can do here is include chart settings, and I select everything. We'll name this Test, Save As. Now when I want to transfer this information over to the M2K, what I can do is head to File, Chart, Template, select Test, and it will add it in exactly the same as it was on my other charts. So that's one way that you can add in these indicators across multiple different charts without having to redo anything there. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have different charting analyses for different products, you can create your array of different templates here like I have. Continuing down, in case anybody hasn't noticed this, we do have keyboard shortcuts. So if you notice, I went to Configure, Preferences, General, and Keyboard, and you'll see we already have a pretty large array of different things already configured for you. These can be changed at any point in time. You would just uncheck the Use Default, and you can change any of these to whatever you would like. And if you're looking to change something or add an additional keyboard shortcut, you need to make sure that it is not already being used, because that will conflict with the keyboard shortcut that you're looking to set. So if I wanted to do a Control C, if this is not being used, it will automatically be set. But if it is being used, we can do like Control B, Control B. It most likely will, this shortcut is already assigned to bold. So now this is a conflicting product, and I'm not sure which one is going to override the other. So it's best to have all of these be as different as possible. Enabling a simulated account, I believe, is also an important general setting that I would like to show. So you would just select the cogwheel, navigate the bottom here until you see simulated account, and then you would hit enabled. And depending on what you're looking to do, you can either have the account where you, like I have here, where I can switch back and forth between my live and main account, or my live and sim account. You can have that be the case. But if you're looking to only trade simulated, enabling this here will give me an error message if I accidentally place an order in my live account. So if I go to the live account, hit buy market, this error comes up here. So this shows me that I'm not in my live account, or that I am in my live account, that I'm not in my simulated account. and I would need to go back in here, turn this off to trade live again. You have the base currency cash balance, which we saw in the replay mode. I unchecked fill immediate. This just basically, if you hit buy market or if you put an order in on the DOM, it'll fill it immediately. And then I always include my commissions, and you can, if you wanted to, you can reset the account from this window here. So this is helpful, especially if you are using a demo of our product. The accounts that you're given are not meant to be traded off of. They are just data accounts, which if you use the account to trade off of, it will most likely freeze the platform and cause some data problems within the platform. So you'll always need to go in and trade on this simulated account if you're using a demo of our platform. The next thing I wanted to show you was just adding last price. So there's indicators that you can add onto the chart that I think is helpful. So if you go to the settings, chart settings, and go to indicators, you can see here that there is the ability to add the last price line, but you can also add in average entry price, bid ask midpoint, best bid, best ask, daily high, daily low, opening price, closing price, and settlement price. These can all be enabled here. So you can add these lines across your charts if you so please. So you can see all that information just got added onto my chart. And the last thing that I wanted to show was right now you'll notice that I have free reign of my chart, so I can move it up, down. I can basically move it in any direction, but if I select the auto scale, I'm no longer able to drag it up and down. I'm only able to drag it left and right. That's just because the auto scale is on. So auto scale on will not allow you to pull the chart up and down like so. The other thing to note is if you have the scale to DOM enabled, this is going to synchronize both the chart and the DOM together. You can see that now I'm not able to drag this up or down as well. So this, and you can see the bars are also scrunched very widely, and it doesn't allow me to change the scaling. This is primarily used for the heat map, but it may accidentally be enabled on one of your charts. So this is a way to turn that off, is by just unchecking that. I would do a quick auto scale to have it rescale, and then you can be good to go there. So that was all the things that I wanted to go over. But was there any questions from you guys that you had? For me, this was a lot of information, so I want to be sure that I answer all the questions that you have. We can head back here. There were no questions that were asked before the webinar, so I wanted to be sure that if there were questions from you guys that we get those answered. And while you're typing in those questions in the chat box, if you don't have questions now, you can always visit our knowledge base article, our knowledge base articles at support.edgeclear.com. All these past webinars that I've done, or past walkthroughs that I've done, are all on YouTube at youtube.com/edgeclear. Be sure to like and subscribe all the videos. That helps us out, gets us more to a larger audience. The other thing to note is the other videos that I went over. I've been over TPO charts, volume profile charts within EdgeProX. I've done a basic overview of chart settings. So all these things could be helpful to guiding you in using our platform. And if you still have questions, feel free to email us at edgeprox@edgeclear.com or give us a call in. We'd be happy to chat with you and help you out. The number's on the screen there. It's 773-832-8320. And so that's all I had for everybody here. If you're not a current client with EdgeClear, feel free to email me directly at, this is my direct email and direct phone number. I'd be happy to help out anybody that's looking to open an account with EdgeClear. It doesn't look like there was any questions. I'll give it a last call. Is there anybody looking to ask any questions about EdgeProX or even EdgeClear? Great. Well, this is recorded. If I talked over something quickly, feel free to check out our YouTube in the next coming days, and you'll notice this video on there. Have a great day, everybody, and hope to hear from you soon. Cheers.